And welcome to a little update video. As with every update video at the current moment, I do a Rome to the War multiplayer battle. Now, as you can see, that's me over there with Hubris, and well, here's the solicits. So before we get into the nice bit of updates on my channel, let's discuss what our armies are like. So I was heading for an all-round theme. You know, cavalry, skirmisher cav, and light cav, or medium cav in this case, followed up by heavy lancers, but I only could afford one. The reason behind this? Well, Hellenic Royal Guard pikemen, backed up with Cretan archers, backed up with 750 Etruscan hoplites. That's how much it costs each. It's quite expensive. So you can see my forces are vastly, well, not vastly, like a little bit outnumbered by the solicits, with these very nice Persian hoplites. As you can see, they're no match. They're just not a match. But, sorry, JavaScript wants to update at the current moment. But, what they lack in skill and everything else, they make up for it in numbers as seen. And you see we have a few Persian light archers. Very good units, very cheap. Don't get me wrong. Allows you to concentrate on a more experienced unit like Fourier spears. Light hoplites, basically. And the mega hoplites known as shield bearers. Yeah. And cavalry. Now the thing I don't understand about my opponent, and I like picking up my opponents because it makes me seem better, is that he concentrated a lot on cav. Like, he didn't mix wings. So let's get this battle started. The updates. Let's see here, shall we? General's doing a little speech. I like to go into the screen because it stops me from moving around as much. The Caesar and Gaul campaign will be stopped. It's gone on for a bit long, and the way I've been uploading is just not efficient. Like, we can all agree on that. Like, Watch Dogs came out last year, and I'm only halfway through with that. So maybe we'll see a return in Caesar and Gaul. But right now, with the exams, studying, and I'm trying to become more social because I am that most antisocial person you will meet, it's not looking that well. So Caesar and Gaul will be put on hold, but there will be something to replace it. Or maybe we'll just keep Caesar and Gaul, I don't know. Wargame will be kept, and so on and so on. I'm hoping for a few collaborations with bigger YouTubers, but overall, I'm concerned what you guys like and enjoy about my channel. Feel free to comment anyway. You got any comments to improve my channel? I'll be happy to listen to you. My 38 beautiful subscribers. Probably all fat men eating Doritos. It's happening again. Anyway, apologies about that. Right, let's get started, shall we? At the current moment in time, I am recording this in the week. When I record in the week, my voice, as you can see, is significantly lower. This is due to me and the way I study at the current time. When I study immediately I come in from school. I study up until around about 8 o'clock. And I come in usually at 4-ish. So we're talking about a good 4 hours of studying. With some breaks. Like 15-minute breaks. 2 15-minute breaks is not bad. But anyway, enough about that. Just giving you guys some information. But when I record at the weekends, it is significantly better. But to record at the weekends, I'd have to do insane amounts of stuff. And my social life is currently booming back, so yeah. But enough about that. So as you see, I'm hitting these Lancer cavalry, the Megan cavalry. Their huge weakness is that they have no shields apart from that guy there, who has a shield. Like you son of a bitch. Anyway. As you can see, we have the Persians there. eyeing down the elite army. I forgot the key to shift. Sticky keys just came active there. And well, accidentally turned off fraps. Actually, hold on. Well, anyway, there's no point. I just spent about a minute there trying to solve everything. Robo's now playing a war game. Too bad I can't play with him. Time zones. Anyway, you see that we've been moving about in position in that. Just really trying to pick off at one another, and archer fire starts happening. So, in comparison, my Cretan archers are pretty damn good. Like the Persians, they don't really lack anything. Like shots per minute, yeah, weapon damage, oof. Base morale too. But you see he tries to charge forward with Lancer cavalry. Now here's what I enjoy, right? We'll slow this down. Is that actually just the minion? So they're perfect for the role. So they're charging towards. But what they don't realize is that the hoplites aren't using swords. The phalanx is not using swords. The Cretans pull back into the arms of more peltas throwing javelins. Some Cretans do die in the attempt, but you see the effects it has. Just this poor guy like, no, my friends. And he's like, yep, I killed him. But there. More cavalry. I'm even amazed how these guys are standing. Their hands must be sore after getting a horse into them. The Persians, they do continue firing. And in reality, they didn't really suffer. They suffered quite a few casualties. For a few Cretan hoplites. Cretan? I meant mercenary Cretan archers. Damaging cavalry. If I had my cavalry here swoop them, I would have eliminated them, but then I would have started the fight. Because then the shield bearers would have rushed in, my hoplites would have moved up, which would be outflanked by the superior force. But by keeping him here, I want him to do battle on my grounds, is my terminology. I don't rush to you, you rush to me. You see our archers are just duking it out now. I'm using... My peltas have already ran out of javelins, so they now serve as light infantry. Which, you know, is kind of accurate. Because why else would they be so well armed? So, I'm trying to do the exact same thing again, apart from this time, out my mercenary cavalry, which is basically Italian spearmen mounted on horsemen. See, they're charging in. My opponent, 2 plus 3 plus 2, being very wise in pulling back after the first attempt, which aggravates me a little. So his archers are losing, and his Persians have high armor, but my guys have Cretan archers. You don't get paid 700 denarii every day because you're a bad shot, I'll tell you that much. So you see I'm doing the exact same thing with my Tarentine, running in, gonna get a few shots off. They pull out the javelins from their invisible pockets, hit a few. That guy took a javelin to the chest. Well, I used to be an archer like you once, but then I took a javelin to the chest. So quickly rallying them before launching a charge. You see my guys are just gonna murder them. One guy might get, no, they don't get over cocky. But they do waste a few shots from the Furiara spears. The Lancer cav comes crashing through the ranks, and what remains of the Persian archers are dying horribly painful deaths. You can see we only lost 2 horsemen effectively. No, 3. We'll find them later. Still, so my enemy has suffered heavy casualties because he didn't move. Now he's moving. And you see the Persians are quite angry. They are very angry at the fact that we've held ranks. My guys levitated Persian. And now this is where the cleverness of my tactic begins to unfold. He's going to use this flanking force to crush down my flanks. But my guys have range superiority. And my peltas now with javelins again. We'll start pelting them. I know they're hoplites. That don't mean anything to peltas. And that was only practice volley, don't worry. See over here, now the battle's commenced. The Italian cavalry taking the advantage against the Argman, against median. Both pretty experienced. They have higher morale and a resistance, but they have the slightly higher attack and charge bonus. My Etruscan hoplites will engage both units. The exact same should happen on this side. But from this time they're being outflanked, but Etruscans don't give a damn. And will be backed up by mercenary Italian cavalry. As the Tarentine just taunts them. So they basically have to watch their comrades die or give pursuit. I would have sent one unit in, but now my Hellenic Royal Cav is coming in for the charge. I was hoping you would do something like this. Didn't really know it was actually going to work out, but back on the middle front. This is why you never go to attack. Like the Persians just kept their forces back. My hoplites are all split up, but we do rout their Armenian cav and more and lastly the Etruscan reserve is being flooded in to assist these poor guys, along with some archers. So I failed to notice this unit, this massive unit, possibly over 100 horsemen. Yes, over 100 horsemen. And well, shield bearers just getting surrounded, peltasts coming in, jabbing. As you see, they get charged in the rear. A fate that I would not like to have. Oh, it's page up. So, yeah, like it. Wow, seriously, they made it that far. Thank goodness those Croatian archers aren't looking behind it. Oh, here comes a Jew. Oh, it's a 2v1 Jew now. They're just staring at each other funnily. Oh, and there's the jab that I missed. Yeah, yep, here comes Christians to help out. And, oh wait, we have the Persian main line now. Persians are hoping to use their flanking units to break our ranks. But what they fail to notice is peltasts. Cleverly waiting outside, the Fury are going to throw the last of their spears to weaken my ranks, but as you can see, Hellenic Royal Guard. Well, actually, it's forgotten. I don't have any more javelins. So it's like this awkward stare off. And my first unit breaks, but Cretians. No, that was Tarentine. No. I swear it was Cretians. Oh, wait, here's the Cretians. They're basically helping me tie them down as I move more Tarentine cav to hit the rear. I was trying to break this block of infantry, but shield bearers have nasty morale, regardless of the situation given. On the left flank, yes, those two units are still going out. The Italians wanting to prove that they're the best around, and that nothing's ever going to bring them down. And this is just turning into a mess. Like, we got outflanked, but then they got outflanked. Now we got outflanked again, but now they're getting outflanked again. The Hellenic Royal Guard just getting into combat, scaring off a few units, and well tying them down. Oh yes, they did have javelins, so who knew? So this Hellenic Royal Guard retreating from the field of battle. The heavy shot cannon being tied down, taking on like Cretians, just bashing them on the head. Neither side really wanting to give up. So at this point I needed to get these Etruscans free, even though they're doing quite well. And I just made that an even fight. Now the Etruscans will win in the long term. His general was behind my lines and did charge in here, which was a pretty good move on his part. Because it weakened the phalanx, which was saving his Persian hoplites, which was saving the shield bearers, which would be saving these shield bearers. That was a very confusing battle for me. Like, we outflanked him, and so on and so on and so on. Anyway, back over here. Shield bearers are still winning, but not as much. You can see these two. The battle will always tip in the shield bearers' favor, but multiple factors such as heavy cavalry charges in the rear can help. The Persian hoplites here finally get overwhelmed by the peltasts, who now accompany the commander. The last of the javelins being thrown. As well, we get outflanked. Twice. Somehow. The Italian cavalry finally won their engagement, and will now just fight it out. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. Oh, never mind. Go. His horse got slapped on the behind. Archers just, wonder what to do with themselves. Should I leave? I ran out of arrows. Peltasts running in. I'm telling you guys, peltasts. Magic. The Hellenic Royal Guard, or the heroic peltasts engaging the far superior 4-hour spears. See, they nearly look identical too. Cavalry slowly walking over to terrain. You can see I accidentally forgot. And it's just pretty bloody. Actually, who won? No, they're still going. Apart from that guy, he's dead. Let's ask him. I just want to see how this duel ends up. Right, the guy with the orange shield will be called Bill, and the enemy will be called Alpha. Very Greek sounding names. Oh? No. Oh yeah, I forgot I ran in cavalry. So, we'll get him. Will be Arthur or Bill. Tarantine charge in. And it was clearly Arthur who won. Peltasts being much more like our infantry. And you see that they break. So the battle is safely in my favor. What I've basically done, stand back, watch his movements, stop his cav. This tactic is called not walking into the anvil. Because, as you can clearly see, he wanted my men to hold up my Hellenic pikemen, then use my Etruscans to engage the shield bearers. And then the cavalry would hit round with their superior numbers. But I did not walk into the anvil. I played it clever. And, well, I saved some lives. As you can see, the dogs of Ypres still suffered heavy casualties. So I hope this video was both informative, and I hope you do subscribe to my channel. Because I desperately need subscribers. But anyway, see you later. Oh yeah, and for news, here's the results. Yeah, it was pretty fair actually. The Etruscans did terrible.